What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I kind of just wanted to pose a question, and the question was, should the Dallas Mavericks consider a trade at this point of the season? I only say that because I looked at them tonight versus Toronto, and I looked at Luka, and I looked at, other guys like Finney Smith and Reggie Bullock and Spencer Dinwiddie, Christian Wood, and guys like that, Tim Hardaway. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, this particular team right now, the way that the Mavericks are put together, I don't feel like this team is good enough for them to win an NBA championship. And I feel like with a player like Luka, that is expectations, appearing in the Western Conference Finals last season and letting Jalen Brunson actually sign with the Knicks creates a hole because, whether people want to believe it or not, Jalen Brunson is producing very well for New York. So you try to fill his role, so to speak, with guys like Dinwiddie, guys like, Bullock, Finney Smith, but the scoring isn't there. And then you look at the type of style of play that Luka does, where he's, it reminds me of how the Houston Rockets were when James Harden was there. He'll dribble out the clock, or it's just not a good flow of basketball. Even though the style of basketball that Luka Doncic plays, he dictates the flow of a game. But that can also hurt his team at times. And that's why I looked at tonight. I'm like, okay, if they were to make a trade, what player would benefit most of playing off the ball with Luka? Would he need, would the Mavericks have to add a spot up shooter? Would they have to add, more of somebody that could play pick and roll with Luka? Would they have to add in somebody that can actually take the ball out his hands at times? I'm looking and I'm trying to think of players that would play well with him, and not a lot of guys come to mind. During the summer, I actually thought they were going to be in the mind to acquire like a Bradley Beal or acquire like a Zach LaVine, even though Zach ended up staying in Chicago and Bradley Beal ended up staying in Washington. The Mavericks didn't really make a splash in free agency. They did trade for Christian Wood, but they really didn't make a splash and add to, the talent that is Luka Doncic. You don't want to wait too long, even though, Luka may never leave Dallas and go to another team. But the thing is, they have to do something with that particular roster. I don't think that presently how the Mavericks are put together, they are in position to actually win a lot of basketball games right now. I may have said in the past that they may be flirting with that 4, 5, and 6, ranking in the West. But after looking at them after tonight's loss, and I believe they had another loss in their last game, and I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, I don't think that is going to work. Not how it is. I like JaVale McGee, but I don't see it working. I like Christian Wood, but at times he looked a little lost tonight. So if push came to shove and the Mavericks needed to make an aggressive move, I feel like they need to go after somebody. Well, it may be in the realms of a free agency move. You don't know. But they need to make some type of move to help them, get up out of this. I feel like when I watch the Mavericks, they're in a sort of a stuck in a mud situation. They give Luka the ball, and it'll be him dribbling 1-on-5. Everybody else is just standing around waiting for him to do something with the basketball. And I feel like that's not a winning formula. Last season, Jason Kidd had them playing at a higher level. And maybe it was, like I said, maybe it was having a Jalen Brunson. But at the same time, now you don't have that Spencer Dinwiddie has to play better. He has to play better. Christian Wood has to play better, be more consistent. You need Tim Hardaway Jr. to be more consistent. You need Finney Smith to be more consistent. Reggie Bullock to be more consistent. But I feel like they need one more piece. I'm not going to lie. If I was Mark Cuban, I would call Carmelo Anthony. Your defense might, slack a little bit, but there's your scoring punch. Add a Boogie Cousins. I mean, you got to do something, so you don't always have to lean on Luka and him dominating the ball as much. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think the Mavericks should push for a trade? Do you guys see the Mavericks keeping this roster as is for the rest of the season? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's always great to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.